When a young boy named Henry Royce began tinkering with engines, few could have predicted that one day he would co-found one of the most prestigious car brands in the world. Born into a struggling family, Henry's early life was anything but easy. As a child, he sold newspapers and telegrams just to help his family make ends meet. But his fascination with machinery set him on a different path. Determined to rise above his circumstances, Henry spent every free moment studying and building, with nothing but his hunger for knowledge and sheer persistence driving him forward. Meanwhile, on the other side of England, a boy named Charles Rolls was living a very different life. Born into privilege, Charles had access to the best education, the finest toys, and the latest engineering innovations of the time. His passion for engines quickly grew into a love for automobiles, making him the first undergraduate at Cambridge to own a motor car. But Charles wasn't content with just owning cars. He wanted to sell them, race them, and push the limits of what they could do. Two men, one from poverty, the other from wealth. What could they possibly have in common? Yet fate would bring them together at exactly the right moment. When these two ambitious minds met, it sparked the beginning of a partnership that would forever change the landscape of motoring. This is the remarkable story of Frederick Henry Royce and Charles Rolls, how their contrasting worlds collided, how they defied the odds, and how their shared passion for engineering perfection led to the birth of Rolls-Royce, a brand that would become synonymous with luxury, precision, and innovation. Early life of Henry Royce. Henry Royce was born in 1863 in Alwalton, England, the youngest of 5 children. His parents, James and Mary, ran a flour mill, but financial hardships plagued the family. James lacked the necessary business skills, and by 1867, the Royce family was forced to file for bankruptcy. Desperate for a better future, they moved to London. Even at the tender age of 4, Henry took on his first job as a bird scarer, earning just 6 pence a week. In 1872, tragedy struck when his father passed away, forcing all the children to contribute financially. 9-year-old Henry sold newspapers and delivered telegrams to help support the family. These early experiences with poverty left a lasting mark on him. By the time Henry was 15, he had completed just 1 year of formal education. However, with the help of his aunt, he began an apprenticeship with the Great Northern Railway, where he developed a passion for engineering. Although financial struggles forced him to quit after 3 years, he continued his education independently, studying algebra, French, and electrical engineering in his spare time. Henry's journey into engineering. After leaving his apprenticeship, Henry worked briefly at a tool-making firm and later joined the Electric Light and Power Company. He moved to Liverpool in 1882 to further his work in the electrical field. Determined to pursue engineering full-time, 22-year-old Henry partnered with his friend Ernest Claremont to start a business, F.H. Royce & Company. The company initially focused on manufacturing electrical components like doorbells and dynamos. Over time, it expanded into producing electric cranes. However, Henry's interests soon shifted toward motor cars. Intrigued by the potential of automobiles, he began experimenting with car engines, which would eventually lead to his defining work. Charles Rolls, the adventurous pioneer. While Henry Royce's story is one of struggle and perseverance, Charles Stewart Rolls came from a more privileged background. Born in 1877 to Lord and Lady Lingatic, Charles was raised in the affluent area of Berkeley Square, London. Fascinated by engines from an early age, Charles went on to study mechanical engineering at Trinity College, Cambridge. Rolls was known for his eccentricities, earning the nickname Dirty Rolls due to his hands-on approach with machinery. He was the first undergraduate at Cambridge to own a motor car, a rarity in the 1890s. After traveling to Paris, he purchased a panhard Phaeton, cementing his love for automobiles. After college, Charles briefly worked for a railway company, but soon turned his attention to car sales. With financial support from his father, he opened one of the first car dealerships in Britain, C.S. Rolls & Company, selling imported Panhard and Minerva cars. The business thrived, allowing Charles to fund his passions for car racing and aviation, both expensive and risky hobbies. The meeting that changed motoring forever. While Henry Royce was improving second-hand cars, Rolls grew frustrated with selling only imported vehicles. Their worlds collided in 1904 thanks to a mutual acquaintance named Henry Edmunds. Edmunds, a shareholder in Royce's company and a friend of Rolls, had recently purchased one of Royce's vehicles and was impressed by its performance. Edmunds arranged a meeting between Rolls and Royce, not realizing the significance of the introduction. Despite their differences, Royce was 41 and self-taught, while Rolls was 26 with a prestigious education. The two men immediately recognized each other's potential. Rolls test drove one of Royce's two-cylinder cars and was so impressed that he agreed to sell every car Royce could build. This unusual partnership marked the beginning of Rolls-Royce, officially founded in 1906. Together, they aimed to create the finest motor cars the world had ever seen. The birth of an iconic brand. Their first major release, the six-cylinder Silver Ghost, debuted in 1907. The car quickly earned the reputation of being the best car in the world due to its remarkable reliability and smooth performance. However, the success of Rolls-Royce was not just the result of engineering excellence. A third key figure, Claude Johnson, played a crucial role in building the brand's identity. As managing director, Johnson masterminded several publicity stunts that demonstrated the car's reliability and performance. His marketing genius positioned Rolls-Royce as the pinnacle of automotive engineering, introducing the phrase, "Not one of the best, but the best car in the world." Johnson's influence was so significant that he became known as the hyphen in Rolls-Royce, symbolizing the essential link between Rolls and Royce. Triumph and tragedy. While the partnership thrived, the personal lives of Rolls and Royce took very different paths. Henry Royce was known for his relentless work ethic, often neglecting his health in pursuit of perfection. His dedication paid off, but at a cost. He battled health issues throughout his life. Charles Rolls, on the other hand, pursued his adventurous passions with unbridled enthusiasm. He became one of the first pioneers of aviation in the UK. Tragically, his love for flying cost him his life. In 1910, Rolls became the first Briton to die in an aircraft accident, marking the end of his remarkable journey at the age of 32. Despite this loss, Henry Royce continued to push the company forward, ensuring that Rolls-Royce remained synonymous with luxury and precision engineering. The legacy of Rolls-Royce. The story of Rolls-Royce is a testament to the power of unlikely partnerships. From Royce's humble beginnings to Rolls' aristocratic lifestyle, the two men shared a passion for engineering and innovation that transcended their differences. Together, they built a brand that would define automotive excellence for generations. Even after more than a century, Rolls-Royce continues to set the standard for luxury automobiles, blending tradition with innovation. Their legacy is not just about cars, but about a relentless pursuit of perfection. An ethos that began with two men from opposite worlds who dared to dream big. And that's the incredible story behind Rolls-Royce. A tale of ambition, innovation, and persistence that proves no dream is too big if you have the drive to make it happen. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating content. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories from the world of luxury, technology, and history.